if you're a speaker and you want to figure out what is exactly what event organizers are looking for, let me show you what is basically what I believe is going to be exactly what is going to happen in the future. And Dave, I think you're going to find this also very interesting. Have a look.
I'm just delighted that Andrea and IPM.ai has brought me here to do a really fun juggling show and workshop.
We wanted to do something really fun for our clients and for their families during this crazy time. And just came to mind with juggling because we're all juggling so much these days.
By the way, the applause emoji does not count. I can't hear it. Need to hear it.
I think that was one of my favorite parts of the event, was hearing everyone laughing.
Very difficult move. We're going to give it a shot.
Okay.
Thank you for this verbal confirmation. Like, is that okay? Okay.
Oh my God.
One boy or girl was very impressed by that. Oh my God.
And I love seeing them interact with some of our clients as well.
I want you guys to toss one object back and forth. Just get in the habit of letting them fly. There we go. Are you ready for step number 2? 1, 2. There we go. Yes, very good. Uh-oh, those are some hairy knuckles. There you go. Nice, perfect. You guys got it. Let me see. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Let me see. Yes, there you go.
That's perfect. Funnily enough, Maya, my lovely 9-year-old daughter, is going to be doing a similar course with Fred Sharp, who's got a School of Magic, a magic academy in Dubai. Now, he's a brilliant magician, but he's teaching kids how to do all kinds of magic, and she's going to be in a boot camp from Sunday through to Thursday, because schools are off now, and learning to do card tricks and all sorts of stuff. So it's brilliant. I love it.
It is very interesting that you also went through the exact same experience that I had the first time I saw this video. Do you know what? I mean, I do not know if you realize what was the URL that was underneath that video. Did you see what it was?
No, I didn't.
Bigspeak.com, which basically is one of the largest speaker bureaus here in the United States. You know what that video is? It's a virtual speaker demo reel. This is one of the most popular speakers. Can you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
What did you think? I mean, it looked like if it was a TV show. It looked like if it was that they were advertising something, right? Can you see where I'm going to? Now you can see all my craziness, where it's exactly focusing.
That's very true. It's very true.
Amazing. It's amazing. Right now, we are going to be becoming interactive entertainers. And broadcasting and the whole thing. So that triggered my mind, because for a number of years, you and I, Dave, we have been helping speakers in getting their speaker reels together, in getting all their assets so that they can create their websites. This is a piece that we have never created yet. But now that I see how they are creating the speakers, which are really getting hired, how they are creating their own reels, this is now opening my mind to another way of thinking. And this is just something very important, because we want to help you also get there. By the way, if you're liking this content, please make sure to subscribe and tick the notification button. And I have a question for you. Do you have a platform? Because that's a very important question. Do you have a platform? Now, whenever we were thinking of a platform, possibly we were thinking of Zoom, or we were thinking of GoToWebinar, we were thinking of ClickFunnels, or we were thinking of Aweber, or whatever your platform you were using. No, but that's not the kind of platform I'm talking about. Do you have a platform to communicate with people? And this is exactly the first thing. If you're a speaker, this is exactly what you're going to be requiring. So this is a Instagram message from Russell Brunson. He's saying, if you don't have a platform yet, now it's the start. Now it's the time to start building one. I respect tremendously Russell Brunson, and I think he's absolutely right. So we have a platform. We have the Toilet Paper Diaries. every single time that we go online, and I wanted to show you this so that you can understand how powerful this is. So if we click on here, we can see this is one random episode that I got 1.7 thousand views live. If I bring another of these random episodes that I got also over here from the Toilet Paper Diaries, 1.3 thousand views live. Right now, this episode is possibly being watched by 800, 900 people. So Dave and I have created a platform. So right now, one of the reasons why speakers are actually moving forward is because they have created a platform. And in order for you to create a platform, you have to spend the hours. You have to do your work. You have to do every single thing that we are telling you throughout these the knowledge sessions that we're having, because it's exactly the direction in which we are going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I found it interesting. But here's the thing I would say that's a real challenge. When you start talking about the entertainers and how you need to be an entertainer, most of the people I know are not entertainers. And here's one of the biggest challenges for the corporate world as well, and for the people who want to become speakers, is most people do not understand the basics of what entertainment is. They really don't. They don't know the basics of engaging. They just talk and hope it works. When you start looking at bringing a speaker who's an entertainer as well, that's a different set of rules, a different set of talents. And if you can speak and entertain, then you can become a Trevor Noah or a Stephen Colbert or a Jimmy Kimmel. If you just speak, then you don't get to that level. You can't teach people that. They have to have that in them.
Look at this guy, the juggler that we had there. I mean, he went from being a corporate trainer and team builder, and he understood that change needed to happen. So what is going on is right now people are thinking that the continuum of how history is going to go, and I'm going to make my 3D effect just going on here.
It's freaking me out. Stop doing that. Stop it. I don't want you to do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So most speakers, what they had until today, I mean, they still have until now, is they have their one sheet where they talk about what they speak. Right now, everybody and their mother can speak and can do a Zoom and can do a presentation, but most of them are going to be incredibly boring. So there's two elements that you need to have in your marketing. The first element is going to be obviously a speaker media kit, which basically talks about your digital side. And this is exactly what we were showing a little bit earlier. So as you can see in our marketing, we are showing right now that we are broadcasters. That's one element. The other element, which is of course incredibly important, I mean, if you want to really have a proper virtual makeover, and this is what you have to start working on, and it's going to take you time, and we're going to continue throughout the week in our next episodes of the Toilet Paper Diaries. In fact, on Wednesday we're going to be talking more about this, and then in Fast Forward we're going to be talking about this. So make sure to join our group in facebook.com/groups /Fast Forward Show, because we are going to start moving into the direction of how we can help you. And as I was saying, so that's going to be one element. The other element is going to be the proof. That proof is exactly what you will require. Dave and I understood how important the proof was, and from day number one that we went into the pandemic, we started building on the content on the Toilet Paper Diaries. Did we do it correct? Did we do it perfect? No. I mean, we have done so many mistakes. Even today, we got lost. I didn't have the video. This didn't happen. This didn't really happen. But what happens is, we are all learning. This is a learning process. Today, Dave, when you were doing your presentation on this completely virtual reality, were there some teething issues? Were there some problems, things that were not working correctly?
Yeah, we did. I mean, we had about 200 to 500 people in the room jumping in and out and going to different other rooms. And literally, it was like if you can imagine Lara Croft from Tomb Raider in the early days. That was a character about that high. That was me. And I'm looking around in the screen and I can rotate using my keyboard and looking around left and right to see. And we'll show a video of it in the future episode, maybe on Wednesday. But we did have challenges. My PowerPoint kept fast forwarding on its own. So I had to pull it back and change it and get it and still keep talking and still engage the avatars in front of me. And the avatars in front of me are just representatives of people at home watching on their laptops because of lockdown. So you got a number of different levels of that. I've got to make my avatar entertaining. So I had to learn how to go like this and raise your hand when I'm talking to the audience. So the avatar would do it in the actual game or actually in the thing. So there are a number of different challenges in order to be able to reach your audience and make them all part of what the experience is. And it can be taught. Engagement can be taught and content can be taught. But for the very best practitioners, there's a real need to generate stuff that's interesting in your head and to help that get to people who will find their lives changed because of it. And I think when you get to the highest level, that's a driver of significance for people who've done really well in entertainment. But you don't have to be at that level. You can still communicate and do very well. If you're talking about business or you're talking about something more straight and more formal, then you don't really want to joke about it because that's a lot of millions of people's money that's involved.
So the most important thing that we need to learn right now is if we want a virtual makeover as a speaker, there's several elements that we need to have into consideration. Element number one is going to be that you need to start in your marketing material, you cannot use a one sheet anymore. You have to have a proper speaker media kit that basically shows how good you are and how good were you in the past in the pre-pandemic world. Second, you're going to have to show your broadcasting abilities. And for that, you're going to have to start creating videos, and you're going to have to start creating a number of things, exactly as we were mentioning earlier, possibly even have your web TV show. And the third thing that you need to do is you need to start thinking yourself, I cannot just be the boring fart on television. I mean, I have to figure out a way in how to actually be entertained, how to actually deliver a message properly that people are not going to get bored. I mean, you cannot be boring. In this kind of medium, you cannot be boring. And that's why what Dave and I do, it's quite important, because what we are doing is we are basically helping people understand how all this works. And I know might be a little bit overwhelming, but stick with us. Make sure that you keep on coming back to all the shows. Make sure that you join our Fast Forward group in Facebook. And if you think you are ready to either learn how you can actually create that makeover, let me just give you one last point of advice. Right now, one of the things that I have learned is that creating courses and creating content with all your knowledge is not what people are buying. What people are buying right now is results. And if you can actually provide those results, you're going to really do quite well in the virtual economy. So that's an important part. So how can you get yourself from where you are towards where you need to be in this virtual economy? And this is part of the makeover. Find out who is already doing what you need to do and emulate them and work with them. Work with people that can provide results.
Thanks for watching the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you watch all the videos over here. There's two choices for you. Or, of course, I'm Dave Crane coming from Dubai.
And this is Ernesto Verdugo coming from Houston.
And I think we should send a message. Hold on.
What is this?
Subscribe. Make sure you do. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on all the brand new shows, all the tips, tricks, tools, and techniques and you'll get none of them. And what's even worse is we'll have to get proper jobs. So make sure you subscribe, and we'd love to see you on future shows of the Toilet Paper Diaries. You can put it down now, Ernesto. Put it down. Just put it down and smile. Say goodbye.